Hey guys, and welcome back to Emergency Dinners. I'm Kim Coverdale and I'm here with some more last minute dinner inspiration. So if you've got no idea what to cook for dinner tonight, don't worry, I'm going to show you a delicious tortellini with chicken and pesto sauce. So all that you need to grab from the supermarket is some ricotta and roasted vegetable tortellini, some bottled pesto, I've got some white wine vinegar, Parmesan cheese and some capers. I've also got some mixed tomatoes, some roasted capsicum, there's fresh basil and just some cooked chicken as well. Now just to prove that I'm going to do it in under 10 minutes, we've got our usual kitchen timer which will be counting down, and the guys from the Taste team are all here ready to answer any questions you may have. So just pop them in the comments section and they'll get back to you straight away. All right, I think I'm ready to cook, so let's get the kitchen timer started and I'll get cooking. Now, first of all, one thing to do for a very quick recipe is pop the kettle on for some boiling water. Because I'm cooking pasta, I need that water boiling straight away. I've got my large saucepan here for the pasta. I've got another frying pan, so I'll call it a 2-pan job. Now pop this one on as well, because you want to get that heated up as well, ready to go. Okay, so what I've got here, I'm just using some bottled roasted capsicum. The great thing about that is that it's already cooked and peeled. Now you can use your own, or make your own I should say, but it takes about 10 minutes anyway. And then you've got to take the skin and remove the seeds as well. So I think using the bottled is perfect. Now just slice that up really thinly, like so. Nice and easy. Now you can also use eggplant if you like, or other bottled vegetables. Otherwise, if you are into cooking your own at home, you can do some grilled zucchini, or even mushrooms will work perfectly for this. Okay. So that's nice and thin. I'll just pop that back into that bowl. And then I've also got just these mixed tomatoes. Now you'll see most of them are a lovely small size, so you don't need to cut those up. But for some of the big ones like this, I'm just going to cut them in half. If they're super big, just, I don't know, slice them or cut them into quarters like this one. Again, you can just use some canned tomatoes if you like. You can get the canned cherry tomatoes in juice and they're really delicious. Okay, my kettle's boiled. So I'll just fill up that pot and I'll pop that onto a high heat. The best thing with pasta is you want to cook it in lots of water, because that way the pasta can move around the pan and cook a lot evenly. Now to that boiling water, which it will just start to come to the boil, I've got our fresh pasta. Now it is just the ricotta and roasted vegetable flavour, but if you prefer you can use one of the other flavours as well. You can get some meat versions, but because we've got the chicken in the pasta, we're just going to stick with the vegetarian one. Into that it goes. Now just give that a quick little stir, just in case any are stuck together. I'm going to leave that to do its thing. So what they'll do is they'll float up to the surface and then that water will keep boiling, and they'll take about 5 to 6 minutes to cook. You just want them until they're heated through and nice and al dente. Okay, my frying pan is on. What I want to do, I've got my cooked chicken. I'm just using barbecue chicken, but just use leftover roasted chicken if you like for this recipe. Just give that a nice thin slice. I'm just trying to get this done as quickly as possible, which is why I'm cutting 2 breasts at the one time. Speed things up a little bit. Now Jade, what's the time?
You've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds left.
6 minutes and 40 seconds. I wonder how quick I can get it done. Surely it's got to be under 10 minutes. Okay, now that pan's nice and hot, so I'll throw in a bit of oil. Swirl that around just to cover the base of the pan. Okay, and into that I'll just throw that chicken in. Get that nice and sizzling just to heat that up. Okay. I'll add the capsicum to that. And it doesn't matter if you get some of those bottled juices as well, they'll just add to the flavour. Capers, that's the next step. Now they're going to add that delicious saltiness to the dish. Give that another quick toss. Just spread that out just so that it all heats up nice and even. Now I need to make the pesto sauce. So I've just got my bottled pesto. This is basil, but you can use sun-dried tomato if you like, or any other herb pesto. Into a jug, and then just add that vinegar. So that's going to give that sauce that real lovely tangy flavour. Get a nice stir, and then I'll just quickly season that with some salt and pepper. Okay, give this a nice stir. So this is a really fabulous quick weeknight meal. And it's basically just a throw together idea, which is pretty much perfect for any working family. 5 minutes. Okay. So that's heating up nicely. Our pasta's there cooking. Just move that around a bit more so you can actually see them swelling up in that heat, in that sauce, I should say, the water. So that means that they're almost done. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop these tomatoes in. You don't want to overcook them. You don't want them to go all mushy. You just want them to start to soften slightly. Okay, now my pasta is looking great. So I'll just turn that off and I'll just slide this over here. What I'm going to do is, rather than draining the pasta and getting rid of all of the water, I'm just using a slotted spoon and transferring that into the frying pan. 4 minutes. 4 minutes, all right. I reckon give me another 2 maximum. So what I'm doing is some of that cooking water is actually going into the frying pan, and that will help to give you a lovely sauce just to coat that pasta. Okay, this is perfect as well. If you've got a large family, it seems to go a long way, this pasta. Okay. Quickly toss that. And you can just see the vibrancy in those tomatoes as well. So they're starting to get that heat go through them. Now I'll add that dressing. Pop that over there. Again, another quick toss. You don't want to be stirring too hard because you don't want to break that pasta down. And again, you want to keep those tomatoes lovely and whole. Perfect. That smells so delicious. Just going to turn that heat off.
7 minutes.
7 minutes, okay. One more. I promise by 8, or 2 minutes left, I should say, I will have it done. My fresh basil, be nice and rough, just tear it. I want about half a cup. And that adds that beautiful fresh flavour to the dish. I reckon, can you count me down with 30 seconds to go until 8 minutes? Or am I past that? 30 seconds, okay. All right.
25.
Toss that through. Now, 20. I'm feeling the pressure now. I'm all talk, but I'm confident. Okay, I've got my serving plate here. I don't have a big spoon, so I'm just going to use my spider. Throw that in.
5, 4, 3.
I'm just going to finely grate some parmesan. All right, okay. I'm just going to call that as 8 minutes. And then just to finish off, just throw some little fresh baby basil leaves on top. Okay, and there you have it, a delicious tortellini with chicken and pesto sauce. Ready in 8 minutes. For this recipe more, go to taste.com.au, and I'll see you next time on Emergency Dinners.